We skipped a few days, didn't we? Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Ekamek, this is Limbus Company. There isn't some new super special we can always beat the fairy gentleman in very few turns strategy that's been discovered, but I have played this one enough to realize that there are a few little things here and there that I didn't quite get on my first attempt. So I'm just using this last of the series to tidy up on those little points. And already we have a problem. So the thing is, I was confused at the time, okay, why is it that he doesn't stagger himself after hitting someone with tipsy? It specifically has to be +5. If they're at 4, then they don't take damage, but they don't actually stagger him and negate all of his other attacks. And the thing is about his attack rotation is that it's possible to have +5, but you need someone to clash fast every time. So you need to pick up someone with good sloth skills that also rolls, say, 5 to 8. The thing is, you don't want just one, you actually want 2, because this can happen. On turn 1, he can give you morale boost. There's a 1 in 6 chance of him giving it to 7 Utis here, which means that she is slightly screwed. So you have to pick someone else. He is going to use +2 morale boost skills twice. You need to make sure that both of them go onto the same character, so you need to pick out someone that moves relatively fast. I think our next best option here is actually Dicey Rhodian, so yeah, she has to tackle this one. We don't care so much about whether she can win the clash or not, we just need to make sure she does get the clash. Actually, there's another thing that we have to do. The other thing that I noticed is that you need to make sure to try and burn off any of your AoE skills in the first or second turns and save your single target only skills for later phases, and we'll see why in just a bit.
깨달았나?
And thankfully, because it's Dicey Rhodian with all her aggro skills, she has a good chance of, even if she rolls a 4, she has a decent chance of grabbing his attention for another clash, so it's not good odds, but we need the clash over we need the damage.
탈출 개체 확인.
Of course, the thing is, if you hit the 5 morale, then you can't gain any more, which means that trying to get those clashes on that turn is going to just make things harder for you later on. And here is where the problems are. If you have Regret, Forced, or Spice Bush Yi Sang in your party, their AoE skills can actually overflow and kill the wine barrel before you're ready. What's worse is that based on how they target, they might not even get their morale boost turned into tipsy, which is really not ideal. So you basically need to make sure that if you do have them in the party, make sure to burn off their AoE skills, or failing that, swap over to defensive skills so you don't kill the wine barrel. Anyway, Rodian. Yeah, there's only one skill here that gives her +2 morale, and we need it. Thankfully, it is on the already broken arm, and it's not staggered? Yeah.
피워보지. 피어나라.
And now Rodian, with her 5 morale boost, goes into the wine barrel and picks up Tipsy. It would be ideal if we could get both of these evade skills lined up on characters that we have, but sadly it doesn't seem to be wanting to give us that option.
꽂아 터뜨려주지. 예측대로.
And of course, if you're not careful, if your slowest sinner is the one to go after the barrel, then someone might break it because you got complacent. Wasn't the case here, but I definitely had that moment of concern. And now, make sure you line up a weak attack against one of his I'll have this. If you use a guard, then it's a lot harder to control when he gets the clash off, and it's possible he might choose to hit someone else instead. That is not ideal.
탈출 개체 확인.
I mean, the most ideal situation is that it's Utis that isn't getting the first turn morale boost. But if you have bad luck like we had today, then it is possible to work around it.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
And since that went quickly, what say I just go into... There's one... No, I'll save that for its own video, but we do have one more thing to show off. We might not have any special discussion or strategies for tomorrow's gluttony Luxcavation, but I do have an idea of one more thing I can show before I put Limbus Company to rest for a few weeks. Until then guys, take care. I'll see you all around.